Hello, I am Manit Rastogi. I am the co-founder of Morphogenesis, and I'm also the head of the jury for the Asia Pacific region. And it's been a complete pleasure being on that jury. There were 9 of us, and the Asia Pacific region is not an easy region. We have countries like India and China, the two most populous nations in the world. One is democracy, the other is not. We have other countries like Singapore, which are very advanced, and city-states. We have countries like Mongolia. So the problems of each of these regions is very, very individual and very, very particular to that environment. However, what we found in the entries that we saw, and considering that all of us 9 jurors have very different backgrounds, was the fact that there was one emerging theme. We found the drive in the projects where people were trying to do a lot more with a lot less. And that was phenomenal, because in these regions where resources are limited and the basic needs are not met by most of the people, we found the entries very, very innovative in what they were trying to achieve. So I think overall as a jury, we were very impressed. And we think that it's a great way forward to have entries like these, and they are exemplars in a way for what we think that sustainable architecture should be. So we were very clear as a jury. The winning project had to be unanimous, and no matter how long it took. What really, amongst all the entries that we saw, all of them were spectacular, but there was one key difference in this winning entry. Not only did it cross the boundaries of sustainable design in terms of being responsive to passive design, energy, daylight, water, etc., but more importantly, it looked at the fundamentals of how can we take what we already have, the Tulus, and how can we transform them into something that is not only conservation or adaptive reuse, but something that can transform into the future. So they actually worked with the program of trying to take what was already existing in the Tulus in terms of accommodation, but they modified the program, which would look into civic spaces, community spaces, public spaces. And in a way, I think they've created a model which the rest of the world can follow, of saying, we don't really need to build more when we already have something which can be adapted to the way we want to live in the future. So I think that really got our imagination.